So today I'm going to be doing the Disney book tag. Now I've wanted to do a book tag for quite some time, so I'm really excited that I get to do one now. And this tag, I wasn't tagged, I just felt like doing it, so whatever, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. This tag was created by Cattytastic. I will link her channel below. I wanted to do this tag because I love books and I love Disney, so I figured why not Disney plus books, Disney book tag, sounds like my thing. So I decided I would do it. So basically what this book tag consists of are a list of questions that are based on various Disney movies, and they're all book related questions. So here we go. The first question is The Little Mermaid, and it is a character who is out of their element, aka a fish out of water. And for this one I picked Kath from Fangirl because she was very much like me when I was in college, just very shy. She was afraid to go to the dining hall. That was me. She was very out of her element because she was used to being at home with her twin sister and used to her life and the routine, and now she's in college and she's basically forced to come out of her bubble and be outgoing. And being really shy and just always on her computer all the time, it's very hard for her to be outgoing, and you kind of have to be in college. You kind of have to put yourself out there more. Question 2 is Cinderella, a character who goes through a major transformation. And for that one I picked Triss from Divergent. She goes through a huge transformation from the first book to the third book. She's like a completely different person. In the first book she doesn't really have a sense of self. She doesn't really know who she is. And then as she goes through her training in her faction and goes through all that she goes through in the books, she becomes very strong and just knows who she is, knows what she wants, and she's just a completely different person. Question number 3 is Snow White, a book with an eclectic cast of characters. And for that one I picked City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and there's just so many different kinds of characters in this. And it's not just the different kinds of species like humans and fairies and vampires and whatnot. It's not just that, it's that all the characters really are so different. If you've read the book you kind of would understand, but everybody is just so different. I mean, Clary and Jace are completely opposites, I feel like, and obviously Simon and Isabel are completely opposite. But you just have a lot of different characters and it's really nice. Question number 4 is Sleeping Beauty, a book that put you to sleep. And for that one I picked New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. Don't hate me, but I just could not get past the part where she was just sulking in her room. I couldn't. I was like, no girl, you need to get your crap together and calm down and go live your life. You can't just be sitting in your room for like 3 months crying over some guy. It not only put me to sleep because it was super boring just reading about her sitting in her room, it also made me angry too. Needless to say, I didn't exactly finish New Moon. But I'm willing to give it another chance now that I'm older and now that I like reading more than I did back then. I don't know. We'll see. Question number 5, The Lion King, a character who had something traumatic happen to them in childhood. And for that one, I have to pick Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I mean, this boy, like, his parents died when he's a baby, and he has to live with his aunt and uncle who are neglectful and borderline abusive. It's just a really crappy situation. Question number 6, Beauty and the Beast, a beast of a book that you were intimidated by but found the story to be beautiful. And for that one, I have to pick Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. And this is like a 734 page book. Like, it's a thick book. I mean, look at this bad boy. Like, that was definitely intimidating. It took me a while to get through this, but it was so good. So good. I loved it. It was definitely worth it. It was worth the 734 pages. Question number 7, Aladdin, a character who gets their wish granted for better or worse. Now this one was actually really difficult for me because I just could not think of a book at all. Like, I was staring at my bookshelves for what seemed like an hour, and I just could not find anything that fit. And the only thing that I could possibly sort of think of was Hazel from The Fault in Our Stars, where she gets invited to go meet her favorite author and gets to go to Amsterdam. She wasn't sure if she was going to be able to go, and she ended up being able to go, so that was a really cool thing. And a lot happened in Amsterdam if you've read this book, so it kind of was for better and kind of was for worse. If you've read the book, you know what I mean. Question number 8, Mulan, a character who pretends to be someone or something that they are not. And this was also really hard for me. I could only come up with one thing that maybe would fit, and that was Becky from Confessions of a Shopaholic. And basically, in this first book, she's obviously a shopaholic, I mean, the title of the book, and she, you know, is going about her life, and she meets a guy, and she doesn't want him to know about her shopaholic tendencies, so she pretends that she's not like that, and she gets a job where she pretends to know about finance and really knows nothing at all about finance. Question number 9, Toy Story, a book with characters you wish would come to life. And for that one, I had to pick Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, because Cricket Bell, need I say more? He needs to be real right now so we can date, because he is awesome. Yep. I'm in love with a fictional character. Oh well. Question number 10, the last question, is Disney Descendants your favorite villain or morally ambiguous character? Now for this one, definitely this character is not morally ambiguous, he's just straight up evil, and that is Sebastian from the Mortal Instruments series. I picked City of Glass because I believe this is the book that he was introduced in. Don't get me wrong, I hate Sebastian, like he is terrible, but he does a really good job of creeping me out, so that's why I picked him for that question. So that about wraps up the Disney book tag. I hope you liked this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to comment and like, share, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye! I love books and I love Disney, so why not put the two. Oh, what am I saying? Gosh. Is any of this footage usable? Because I feel like it's not. Hashtag fail. Well, that's all, folks.